Hi, good morning, everyone. Very glad to be here. I think the last time I was here is 4 or 5 years ago in Dubai. And honestly, I kind of forgot how much heat I can feel from the Dubai. But the interesting thing is like 2 weeks ago, we were in Vegas to release our new white paper. And you know what? I experienced the first snow, really heavy snow in Vegas. I was talking to my friend who lived in Vegas for years. I asked him, like, is it usual or not? He said, yeah, maybe once a 1,000 years. But honestly, we can feel the climate change and something we got to do about it. So today I'm here to talk about our new white paper, which as a title is a Web3 for better. So let's start with a short footage.
We're calling on builders to be the drivers of a new era. Those who acknowledge the nature of progress and are willing to redefine the power of collectiveness. Together, we can multiply the impact of everyone's efforts, using blockchain technology as a layer of trust to empower society and give new value to our data. We are creating a global movement that upholds our values as humans, demolishing every barrier, fostering scalable, phygital, and sustainable ecosystems. Progressively, quietly, then all of a sudden. They say all it takes to start a revolution is an idea, and people committed to make a change. Welcome to the new era.
So, actually, I've been actually this year is my 10th anniversary in the blockchain space. There have been so many things going on, up and downs, good things, bad stuff. But after 10 years, I think one thing we never change is we always try to utilize this cutting edge technology to create something good. And we believe the next promising area or use case is sustainability. So in the last 4 or 5 months, we have been working with BCG to upgrade our new white paper and with the title Web3 for better. So I think Vechain is only one of very few projects in this space have done this practice. We keep upgrading our white paper. The first version was done in 2017. And the second version, we upgrade to be more specify how we're going to create the value, leveraging with enterprise processes, try to merge Web 2 to Web 3, that type of. And starting from last year, we actually upgraded. We don't want to say we changed it, but actually we upgraded to be the next, let's say, strategy is how we're going to use the blockchain technology or the Web3 ideology to go for sustainability area. So why sustainability, right? There are so many different use cases. Why sustainability? So firstly, sustainability is a very, very complex concept. I've been talking to many people about sustainability. Lots of, let's say, people have a first impression is about environmental change, climate change, how we're going to protect the environmental. Even I use the same color scheme as a green. This is the first impression. But actually, sustainability is a very far complex concept. I would say there is 3 major pillars. For sure, environmental change or environmental sustainability is of number 1. But also social sustainability. And also the economy sustainability is very important as well. But most people actually are kind of missing out. So we have done, in the last 4 or 5 months, we have done a ton of research work and analysis work across multiple different sectors with BCG together to analyze what are missing, what we should do, and how we're going to utilize or leverage the Web3 technology. And as a result, Solving cross-industry challenges actually requires collective actions, which means, simply to say, sustainability is not a project, I would say. It's not a project. Project can be done, for a certain amount of time. Actually, we believe sustainability requires everyone's effort, and actually should be the bottom of your life. You live in that kind of sustainable way for everyone, and then we can achieve the real sustainability impacts. So how to make the collective impacts to be a greater impact out of everyone in the world, I think the solution or the answer is Web3 or is a blockchain. Blockchain can really solve that. So we designed this blockchain biosphere to not only for one sectors or two sectors. Actually, we foresee there are multiple different ecosystems. Could be a carbon footprint, everybody knows that. Also could be a footprint, could be a governance, could be a sustainable economic development in multiple different sectors as well. Could be a supply chain at edge, could be a sustainable fashion. So there could be multiple different ecosystems, but all living in not only one blockchain. I'm not here to try to say, everybody should come to join Vechain to build applications. Actually, I think this is inclusive and open space for everyone who tries to use blockchain technology, Web3 technology to support the sustainability. And for sure, there are some of the technical features we can see, from multiple sectors: data ownership, privacy, need for trust, need for contribution of the value. So why Web3, right? We understand this is a right for sustainability, but why Web3? Despite all of the technical features can really support that. So let's go a little bit back. What is Web3? We know about Web 1, back to early stages or when internet started. And actually Web 1 is about connectivity. People want to connect to the internet. So the most successful company at that time, it was ISP, it was Cisco, IBM, those kind of hardware provider or connectivity provider. So that's a Web 1. And the user at that time is quite passive. Whatever in the internet, you get it. You don't have the right to say anything. And the Web 2 is different. It's mobility as a priority. So people not only wanted to connect to the internet, but also they wanted to connect anytime, anywhere. So the mobility becomes the most important factors. And then lots of content has been generated. Lots of, let's say, user can be also interactive, not only just passive, but interactive with a different platform, with the internet general to say. And lots of innovation has been rising up. That's where we are. But what is a Web3? Web3 is about the user as a centric. So imagine not only you consider user as a consumer for the platform or for the generally speaking internet, but user as the owner, as a business partner. So before, when we talk about the business, you want to establish some business partnership, you got to lawyer up, you got to sign a deal, and then you start to work on that. But what about you're facing 1 million, 10 million individuals? You want to be partner with them. You want to build up some business relationship with them. You want to go together to work on something. How are you going to do? So that's about, smart contracts. We can use the blockchain. You can use a token. You can use the Web3 technology to make that happen. And not only about the blockchain, but actually we call the Web3 ecosystem should be a phygital ecosystem. It's not 100% virtual, 100% physical. It's actually a balance. From the different stages or different time of the development, we should build up this kind of the percentage. Somebody could focus on 20% of physical, 80% of virtual, or reverse. And I just give one example how it exactly works. In the traditional, let's say we call it a Web 2 business relationship, you generate products and you sell to the consumer. Whatever is the economic value or the emotional value or a functionality value, it's pretty straightforward. Just from the product to the value. And basically, fiat is totally fine to fulfill that. But let's say in the Web3, because of the individual involvement, because of those collective fractional impacts you can create, you actually can find the new discovered value. The value actually is there. I don't want to say we recreate the value, but actually rediscover the value. It's just because it's so small, so fractional. But with the Web3, we are able to collect all of the individual new value, and then becomes a greater impact, right? So that is exactly why Web3 can do like this, can really support the sustainability. And also, I just talk about the Web3 user relationship with whatever the platform or business. So in the traditional world, we talk about a business model with different enterprises. But with the individual user, what we talk about actually is about a gamification. Not only just let the user to play or to have fun, but also how are we going to build up the gamification to allow everyone to work for a single one consent mission, which like sustainability. So that's why we say, the Web3 is the perfect answer to go for sustainability, right? Whatever you think about how we're going to make every individual work on the same goal, Web3 can make it happen. So going a little bit deeper, what we should do, we summarize 3+1. And before we talk about that, firstly, this is a long-term work, okay? It's not just, I said, it's not a project. We do it 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever, then we're done. No, this is a long-term work. The mission should achieve, with majority of the people in the world are going to live in a sustainable life and make them motivated, incentivized to do sustainability on the daily life. So the 3+1 sectors, we believe, firstly, we need a use case. We need scenarios. So it doesn't mean, the Web3 world is only about crypto people or blockchain people. No, everybody should be inside, especially from the Web2 companies, Web2 enterprises. They represent the majority of, the utilities, use cases. They can be a very good pillar in the future sustainability areas. And also, academic research. I remember, I think it was Elon Musk to say, the challenge of the whole new energy globalization actually is linked to the missing of the new type of material. So recently, we have formalized the partnership with NUS, led by Nobel Prize winner, Sir Konstantin Novoselov, who is focused on the new type of material. Actually, we already have several use cases. I've been talking how to use a new type of material to support the sustainability use cases. Actually, it's beyond just a blockchain, beyond just a computer world. This is acting as a bridge to the physical, to the digital world. And last but not least is the technical support. We need to have new tools, new services, how to allow more developers to be easy access the blockchain, to be building up the blockchain applications, to support multiple different use cases. And with those 3 pillars, the most important thing is how to go to build up the community-centric, or we should say people-centric, to treat every individual as our partner so we are able to go to the sustainability together. I'll just quickly go through some of the technical roadmaps because anyway, Vechain is still the layer 1 public blockchain platform focused on the technical stuff to build. We just recently launched the new wallet. It's Google Quorum extensions, and also the Voice as the integrator for developers to build the application very easily. And also very interesting is we've had a new blockchain explorer. It's not actually done by Vechain Foundation. It's actually done by one of our community projects, Vechain States. They believe the same goal. So they're building this new type of explorer. You are able to know how much carbon emission as the low-hanging fruits, most quantifiable, measurable index to support sustainability. So every time you mint an NFT, you generate the transaction, you execute a smart contract, you know how much exactly carbon emission you are generating. And you can choose the different way to offsetting that. That's the first step for everyone, to go further. And for sure, we're going to do lots of stuff in that. But the most important thing, whatever is research, whatever is a use case or technical support, the most important thing is every effort counts. Everybody should be involved. Everybody should be doing some contributions. And the Web3 technology is actually allow people to be part of that. So give an example. This is a video showing how our community is joining us to do or to be participating the sustainability together.
I got my vet that's always generating Vito, the sunny and green ecosystems in San Marino. POA 2.0, be ready for mass adoption. Your products can be verified when customers are shopping. Vechain repping 24/7 in spaces. User-friendly marketplaces got fee delegation. Sensational, never satisfied with complacence. Veracity is vital, growing with it's advantageous. Builders and developers, creators of the like, can find an environment that's fitting for building right. The Vechain Thorough blockchain is precise. It's got that environment that's fitting for building right.
It's a KO, ain't no way you say no. Knock him out the park, Vechain no go look a fuego. Hold it in my pocket, now you're hoping that I drop. I hold it wallet after wallet, got the vet crypto locked in. Giving it time to shine, hopping in line in the community. Circles to octagons, building unity. Even if it's new to see, I see sustainability. Crypto, always banging with utility. Put your hands up if you a
Vechain soldier.
We the Vechain soldiers.
We the Vechain soldiers.
We the Vechain soldiers.
Vechain soldiers.
So in summary, it's not our job only. It's not some big enterprise job only. It's everyone's work. Everybody can be part of the game. Everybody should be part of the game, eventually march us to the final destination to reach the sustainable life for the whole world. So that's what we call the Web3 for better. And after releasing the white paper, we're calling for the builders. Whatever you are, big enterprise, small startup, or even individual, you can do something about our future and can do something for our next generations. So let's go sustainability. Thank you very much.